guys, today I would like to give you my rundown on the Cobb Accessport and exactly what it does for your car and some of the benefits of having this available to you, and maybe even some of the things you should watch out for when you are using the Cobb Accessport. Now, I have a 2017 WRX STI, and I have the I think it's the version 3 Accessport here. Doesn't really say anything on there, but I have the version 3 Accessport, and I'm just running an off-the-shelf Stage 1 map. It's really basic and easy to use. I'm going to start my car. I'm not really going to show you how to install it, what to do to uninstall it, install it. All that's pretty self-explanatory, and I might do it in another video. But I just want to give you the review of, what the Accessport does, what's been my experience with it. And so, on the 2017 STI, I do have the option to data log. I do have the option to have up to 6 different gauges, and I don't know if the GoPro that I have mounted on the camera will really show you the gauges very well, but let me see if I can get it in the shade a little bit more so you can see. High monitor, boost, intake temp, feedback knock, coolant temp, fine knock learn, and the dynamic advanced multiplier. That's typical Subaru monitors, and a lot of people run air to fuel ratio, things of that nature. But I'm running just an off-the-shelf Stage 1 map from Cobb, and I have noticed a more smooth power band in the WRX STI between, let's say, 35 and 4500. It's always seemed like the STI really kind of lagged a little bit. Like it was almost like you were getting good power and you were starting to build boost, and then all of a sudden you were let down a little bit until at 4500 it picked back up again. Well, with the Cobb Accessport, that seems to have smoothed out, and you do have a flattening out of the power band above 5,500 RPMs, but that's primarily just, stock turbo, stock injector, stock everything else. It's not a Pro Tune. It's not, anything that's, on a dyno, or it's not data logging or anything like that. So the car definitely does feel better with the off-the-shelf Stage 1 map. As far as safety goes, I would not run a Stage 2 or maybe even a Stage 1 Plus off the map or off the shelf map from Cobb. I've heard some terrible nightmares. If you are going to install those parts yourself, install the tune and just get it to a tuner. That's the easiest way to forego any kind of issues. I would not drive hard on an off-the-shelf Stage 1 Plus or Stage 2 map. And that brings me to my next thing that the Cobb Accessport kind of does, is it really doesn't get you very many tunes. It gets you into the world of tuning. It gives you the platform that most tuners use to be able to communicate with your ECU. And that is really what the Accessport is all about. Like, if you're going to modify your car, if you're going to do anything to it, if you're going to track it, if you're going to drive it hard, getting the it's basically the price of the software, or the hardware, so that the software the tuners use can communicate with your ECU. It does give a great platform for that, and it does provide you a great avenue into the world of tuning. The off-the-shelf Stage 1 map for Cobb is very reliable. It's very safe. I don't get any feedback knock. I don't really notice a significant improvement in miles per gallon or anything like that. And the performance seems to be a little bit better, but something that if I went back to stock, you wouldn't be able to tell. Somebody that's driven a Stage 1 map off the shelf from Cobb, and if I had my car stock, if they went between the two, you probably would not be able to tell that much difference. One thing it does give you is it takes your SI drive, getting a phone call. It takes your SI drive and allows you to boost select. So it gives you the ability to Love that about the Starlink system. If you get a call and you don't remute your radio, it it blows your eardrums out. Anyway, it does allow you to boost select target boost. So I'm running a stage 1 91 octane map right now, and it is allowing me to boost select. So in intelligent mode, my target boost is like 8 pounds. In sport mode, my target boost is like 14 pounds. And in Sport Plus mode, my target boost is 17 pounds. So it does adjust your wastegate, your boost control solenoid, and your wastegate to open up sooner rather than later, as opposed to some of the other maps. I do hit target boost on the map. It doesn't seem to overboost. It doesn't underboost. It does do great with the stock ECU on the Subaru WRX STIs. So is it worth the $600 to buy one brand new? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If you plan to modify your car, this should be your first modification. This right here should be your first modification, because it not only does it allow you to monitor your car, but it gives you access into the world of tuning your cars. And there are some open source tunes, ROM-rare open source tuners and things of that nature. I really would shy away from that, because these guys have Cobb really does work on a standard, and they really have a lot of research and development dollars into tuning these WRX STIs with this Accessport. So, as far as a safe bet, there are other ways that might be cheaper, but again, you get what you pay for. And quite frankly, it was worth it to me to have this in my car so that I could monitor what my ECU was doing. Again, I don't have any scary, freaky mods. I'm not stage 2. I don't even have an air intake on this car. But the stage 1 tune did provide a marginal difference, especially in the mid-range, and it does allow me to boost select, which I do kind of like. So anyway, thanks for watching. I will have videos on how to install and how to uninstall the Cobb Accessport coming up. It's almost foolproof, but there are a few things that you need to watch out for. So if you like this video, comment, subscribe. Check out the other video that'll be coming shortly, probably tomorrow. I'll post a video of how to install and uninstall the Cobb Accessport on your WRX STI, and it'll give you a little bit of a tidbit on how to do that and give you some help, kind of maybe cure you of any fears you might have when it comes to installing these things and uninstalling. It's not terribly complicated. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned and have a great day. Hey guys, so it's nighttime here in the STI, and I figured it'd be a good time to make this video so you guys could see the screen a little bit better. But I know in the last little segment I talked about some of the capabilities of the Cobb Accessport, and I wanted to briefly run over what it could do with you, what it could do for you in your vehicle. This is specifically the Accessport for the 2017 STI. I don't think it looks much different for some of the other cars that it's made for, like the GTR Porsche 911 and the Focus RS, Fiesta, ST, things of that nature. But it's got some pretty neat features. You can have up to 6 real-time gauges, so let me go to that screen. Oh, helps if you're actually on it. There we go. You can see the real-time, what I measure on my vehicle, specifically if I had a tune, if I were a different stage rather than stage 1, then I would be monitoring different things. But this is just a basic, just to give you an idea real quick. Let's just go into Dynamic Advanced Multiplier. Let's change monitor, and it'll give you an idea of how many things this thing's capable. Let me just look at that. More things than I would possibly know what to do, including several different ports that you wouldn't necessarily need. So let's just exit out of that. We'll keep it at the Dynamic Advanced Multiplier there, but that gives you an idea of how many things this thing monitors. It's very easy to use, very dummy proof. The install, this will give you some performance statistics, 0 to 60 time, quarter mile time. I don't know how accurate they are. I have not personally reviewed them or done anything with them. I guess if I go to a track and do a quarter mile, then I'll have to check that out. troubleshooting, this is where you read diagnosed codes, you check your monitor readiness stuff. You can do a memory snapshot from your ECU that shows you different codes and why they're being thrown, things of that nature. This is where you load your tunes. You can do adjustments. This is actually where you set your idle. You can adjust your idle for like different fuel mixtures. You can adjust it for whether or not you have a load on the engine, don't have a load on the engine. You can adjust your timing. I haven't really messed with that too much. You can adjust your flat foot shift. I, again, have not messed with that too much. Those are all seem to be recipes for disaster if you don't know what you're doing. Here's where you can set your launch control. I currently have mine set like 3800, 3900. And if you're in gear, it will allow you to add a stop. In gear, it will allow you to rev, and it'll only rev to 3900. It's a fuel cut. It's, I mean, relatively safe. I haven't really noticed any issues with it. I guess I probably wouldn't until there was one. And then the uninstall button, this is how you remove it from your car. Again, very simple, just a few steps and you're uninstalled from the vehicle. Just a happy reminder from the first part of this video, do make sure you have a battery charger. If you do not have a battery charger on when you load your tune, you are playing with fire. Living risky. We'll put the Accessport back in Mr. Bear there. I have a bear mount on the vent. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I know it's been a few days since I did the original video, and I wanted to definitely show you some of the capabilities of the Accessport. You can see it monitors in real time. I'll show you the launch control real quick. I have it set to 3900, so you can see kind of what it does there. Does a pretty good job. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate your time. Leave me a comment. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.